Hello and welcome to North German country. I wanted to set a real challenge. I have been doing quite a few of these 100k starts, and I thought it is difficult. There's no denying this, but it's not like the ultimate sort of challenge. I mean, there is the new feature of being able to. Let's just knock time down a little bit, so we'd like not to. And I'll show you that we haven't been on here before and that we don't own any fields or anything at all. We are really skint because we're about to give 50,000 that we lost on the horses. I don't gamble personally, but I've got to have a reason for why all of a sudden I've lost 50 grand. No, it's just I am setting the ultimate challenge. Of like, I would have got to give myself a chance. It's got to be a fighting chance because I always play by the rules. So it's on hard economy. We don't want the automatic engine start. I'm gonna go easy because that doesn't do anything apart from, well, it does very little actually. So we will stick that on because it's not going to affect anything at present. Well, he says, "Well, we're not going to have fields for a while, are we? Let's be honest. That's what I'm saying. This is a bit of a difficult one, and I'm going to go for my standard 50-50 on the repairman. And as always, I'm going to press save. So we've got a baseline. Then I show you my settings that I haven't been on before, even though you have actually seen me roll the character up, just so there's no skullduggery going around." Less than a minute and 1 year played at the beginning of a Let's Play. So then, I think I showed really already that we sort of did look at the map, but there's no bits of green on that. We really don't own anything. And we've just lost 50,000. This is going to be the hardest that I've actually done to date. Because I think that's quite tricky. It is. So we're going to go to the shop and we're going to sort of try and be a bit of an Arthur Daly, which there's going to be some people that don't know what Arthur Daly is. He was a fictitious character in a very famous 70s thing called The Minder, and he was he was a character as well, but he was, not the most honest of car salesmen. Yeah, he's literally the type of. In fact, no. Let's not carry on with this. Let's just go to the shop. Go down these. It's you'll all throw something at the screen if I don't jump out of this. If I can find it, yeah, because sometimes the icons go funny, and they don't actually appear straight away. So where is the store? I can see plenty of people, and I can see loads of productions. Oh no, that's still a production icon. Oh, come on. Well, it's not even anything I can jump to, is there? Because we've not got anything. Okay, well that is interesting. Let's jump to a production. There's got to be some way I can actually find out where the actual shop is. It should have an icon, and it shouldn't be switched off. Not really. We should have all of our icons on, and they are indeed all on. So this is not a new map either. I don't know how. I was sort of felt a little bit exhausted, and I have to face this where it's just to go to a new challenge. Because I literally was on Garth Farms, and I was on the last episode, and I thought I just haven't got it in me at the minute. But I'd like to face a new challenge. A blank canvas, where the world is your oyster, and this is a bit disconcerting, isn't it, really? Well, I tell you what we could do is, have I got enough money with my 50,000 to afford anything and sell it? Because then it's going to appear on the map. Right, so we all know about this new feature. I've got no money, so I can't put any generators down or anything like that. We are going to treat... In fact, yeah, we're going to treat this store to a telehandler because it is believable. So let's actually put that money in before. So yeah, this is not mine though. This is going straight away. So 98,000, which we should spend straight away on a telehandler, which then should give us the means to actually see whereabouts on the store we actually are. So design back 3 point yes. And the other 2,000 is for telehandler tools, which should be no shock for anybody who actually watches the channel, because this is probably the thing that I would always go for. It is. Well, there's not a big backhander, is it? So now I'm going to tab. Yeah, so we are... Where are we then? There is no icon, though. I am right. Yeah, it is. Again, this is what I'm saying. The game does this sort of glitchy thing where it's a nice big shot front. I do like it. Right, so then let's switch zone markers on for a minute, because I do need to know where I'm going to and that type of stuff before we do anything. Yeah, like, well, yeah, we can't sell if we don't know we're going to sell to. So let's switch them on for a little bit. And then if we're allowed, some you're not allowed to, we'll put a mark where we actually go and sell. It looks like we actually go over there, which is actually not too... I hate these ones inside sheds, although this looks fairly generous. There's going to be certain pieces of equipment that you just cannot do this with. So it's right over here. Can we put a mark down on the floor? Not normally inside, can you? Oh, another one with a noisy bin. This is going to be tricky if we can do it at all. The refraction's going to be terrible. Need something like green or something that's going to stand out from the crowd. Or, okay, Ross, Great leaves 01. Hmm? Did that actually do anything? If it did, I can't see it, so we should say that we weren't allowed to do that, which is probably quite believable. It really is. I would have thought that was the case, and it is. This looks very colourful. Oh, Farmer Times Farming Simulator. Huh? Never heard of it. Wink, wink. Right, okay, so then that is where we need to go to, and we're going to have to, like, guess. It's pretty much toward that bench, but I'm going to scrabble around a little bit, I see. So we've got 49,900. Why have we got 49,996? Why have we lost €4? I'm poor enough as it is without, like, doing anything, like, else. That's ridiculous. Right, we've not even got a farm. Why would we lose €4? Oh, because well, apparently we did put a mark down on the ground, even though it didn't put a mark down on the ground, and it charged me double. It should be 2. So why did I get charged 4? Do you know, seriously, robbed by game mechanics. It won't be the first time. Now then, I don't really know where we... Yeah, I'm presuming it's just somewhere around this particular place. Fantastic. So £4 profit. Not bad. So it is it could actually be on the tiled area. It may be. So then, obviously we also have got the at the very beginning, I'm not going to give any limits because this is really, really tough. It is. I've never done this. So normally now I'm setting 28,000 as my minimum. At the minute, no, it's just, it is. We're going to, oh, we're on pounds. Yeah, we need to change that to euros. Right, euros. It is. I'm glad I saw that sort of straight away rather than, well, almost straight away. Straight away would have been a tad quicker than that, but it wasn't too terrible. Yeah, I've had a few German maps. I don't know what it is with the German maps and the bin that crashes. It's a bit annoying, personally, but I suppose you could have said Garth Farm was annoying for the singing the Welsh thing, but I mean, I like the sound of music, literally the sound of music. Yeah, so I mean, and the sound of music, the film, of course, that goes without saying. But all right, so 33,000, we can go for that too. So obviously, there's going to be a lot at the minute. We cannot, and we've got no worries about a farm or anything like that because we don't own anything. We are absolutely sort of like just wheeling and dealing a little bit. I'm going to obviously, although this is the way that I've been making money recently, it is obviously, there are a few different ways. I think it's a lot quicker than contracts, and I find it quite a bit more interesting. Because it is sort of, yeah, the other thing I'm going to say as well to stipulate, when we are on times 0.5 still, we ought to knock that up now to times 1, legitimately. Yeah, is we're not allowed to buy, except for using the find use mod, unless it's little things like my homemade trailer, seed things, and the one spray. I think it might be easy to say 5 grand as the cut-off. Yeah, that's probably like safer, because there's not a lot for that, but there is the odd little implement, and they usually are. We won't allow anything though. If there's a seeder for that, we're not allowing it. Any tools apart from like telehandler tools and seed boxes, seed tanks under that, which is mainly my own. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, anything like that. But we're not allowed any sort of tools. But there is a sprayer that does fall into that category, which is that. And I will allow that because it is super. It is. Giants have done a cracking job in allowing that. Very surprised me when they did do that, but they did. So, right, so we've made 12 grand. We are running out of things, of course. Ooh, buried John Deere. Is it supposed to be buried? I would imagine it is. We're going the wrong way, I think. I do think so. Obviously, also, we would like to buy things for ourselves. So that's what my own, isn't it? Oh, that would be a real cracking thing to actually own, wouldn't it? We probably could afford it, but it would cripple us. Let's buy that. We don't any options, extras. It's possible. I suppose we might just, but yeah, we're reducing the. So do you know? At this stage of the game, it's going to have to be a no, even though I'm going to kick myself later, because it really is a cracker. And it would be nice to actually own it. It would be even nicer if I could fix that rear hitch. It would actually. That's true. I've had multiple attempts. Yeah, it's no, I won't say that. I was going to say the modding's sort of. I am struggling with everything at the minute. It is really quite. Yeah, I am. I went on. I did start modding, and then I ran out of steam really quickly. But it's still better than I have been. I don't think it's a 3-point, is it? I think it's like a. We'll try. I'm not. Oh, it is. Well, there you go. You see, I didn't know that was. It did look like it though. That's what I thought. I'm sure that's a 3-point. It looks like it. But I thought it was. If I'm honest, I would have thought it was a wheel loader's tool. If just through, like natural me thinking that that's what it would be. Right, so it's true. Let's grab the truck as well. It's a shame. Come on, that's an unbelievably good price, isn't it, really? 17,000. Absolutely phenomenal. I do love this as well. It's got a rear hitch, but that's what I'm talking about. It's hard to put on a lorry, but it's even harder to make it work if, at my stage of modding. Vehicles are so much harder than placeables, which I would say mastered. But I definitely know that I can knock up a very complicated placeable quite easily, and that's not sort of bragging really. It really is just the truth. So that we can afford to, and the bigger ones, unfortunately, we're going to lose. Right, so then let's get this. Will you stop with the bin thing? Don't know if there are any collectibles, but there is an easy way to sort of see, because it does actually tell you if there are. Oh, there are 25 on the map. I have no idea what they are. If we bump into them, definitely will allow it, because I am absolutely skint. Now I'm going to have to carry this horribly, because I've got to go through a door. So yeah. It's the only way I can do this really is like straight on. I can't go sideways for obvious reasons. Now usually there is a collectible near the store. Is most people do that. sort of give you a little tiny bit of a leg up, and a lot of the times it's only £1,000. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not seeing anything about. I don't really know what I'm looking for, really. So up to 73,000. Just having a look. Some nice equipment here. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm looking for, and I don't know whether it would jump out or not. So it is with great regret that these two, and this beautiful Fenner especially, how big are you? Oh, let me rub it in. 296, the standard setting, and it's a black one as well. Right, so what we're going to do is what I've been doing a lot, which is to speed up to later in the day, because Giants are really ramping this up where you can get lots of things. In fact, we might try 12 o'clock as well, see if... Yeah, I would usually go till 4, but it is interesting. It's very fluid. So yeah, like that. You can seriously get some... Oh, that's beautiful as well, that is. Oh, I know, we can't afford it at the minute. Right, so no, we don't have an extension because it's going to cost us and we lose any cash. And that as well. No, we've got enough to do that. Right. Obviously, the big items are where the cash is, which is why I thought I was going to set myself the challenge of like doing this without that, you know, where you've got to build up. It's still a predictable, a bit like, well, this is, I think, really quite dependable, which is why I like it. Contracts are less so, although last time I did, last time I did try, I've got to be honest, they did actually work nicely, so that wasn't too terrible. But it's I'm sort of really, I suppose, featuring this particular aspect. The Giants have just souped up a little, so it is for that reason, and it's a valid way of making cash, so why not? And it's also from a perspective of me, I mean, yeah, using a game aspect. Ooh. Now, if we have to sell this because it won't go through the door, the loss is mine. I'd have to sell it at standard prices. This may well actually... I think actually this can... Oh, no, it can't. I thought it would actually fold up, but it looks like it's not. It doesn't care. Right, so then... Fantastic. 79,225. A little bit short on that. Just a little. We can't have any bank loans, yeah, because you like. I know what you're going to be saying. Oh, yeah, well, you could go for a bank. I could, but the bank manager will not talk to me. It's no challenge if I can nip to the bank into it like that. So let's go to 4. And yeah, we're not searching for anything yet. We've not got enough cash to even search for anything. It's getting there a little bit better. We're off the floor, should we say? Right, so 4 o'clock just gone. What is? Oh, wow. So we've got you. The very, very low end. A beautiful bit of kit this is. Very, very nice. The cheap end of going into sugar beets. I really do like it. Yeah, we will leave the zone mark. It's only that one. It's not really hurting, is it? Yeah, it is really good. AAA Modding did a set in FS25 and I really did love it. Yeah, I used it, in fact, on the last, I think was it Glenleithen? I think it was Glenleithen that I went back on in a completely different place, and it was really thoroughly enjoyed it, as I usually do Maypole, and you know, Cavalier Roy's maps are always fantastic. He is a real map maker that knows how to please people. But I don't mean he compromises, because sometimes he'll charge you for like things, so you're not like I won't say taking the mick, because sometimes it's you know, you might prefer a particular shed or something, which it's not a crime really. Right, so 67. We don't want anything to cost us at all. And I think this will go through the door. It's going to be a bit of a stretch for this to do, but trust me, I've done it before. Or maybe not this exact one, but it doesn't like turning with them, but it will very slow. Oh, actually, this was better. Yeah, so we're missing out a few good deals, but we need to increase our pot of money, so it's just tough. And it is, well, literally, as we all know, down to the vagaries of the game, really. There's no way. Ooh, just missed it. I was going to hope that we just get to the Lexian, but hey ho, defeated by the game. Let's just go till 6. I wouldn't normally do this, but it's still the same day. I'd have thought. I've never done this, but what I mean is, you could get a couple of items more, and then you might just be able to do that. What I'm trying to say is, it's like anything. You've got to try these things, haven't you? Oh, now can I grab this? I think I've done it before. Think I have. Shh, I'm not sure, but I think I have. It's not. It just takes longer. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, you know you're gonna succeed with this, but you can lose money if you're a little bit. And also, you've got to try and start farming. So you've got to try eventually when you've got money. That might have to go sideways. If you can. I don't think that's going in there. Although you could use your little trick. If you. Yeah, you could really. This is a removal trick that I used in my many years of moving, because my wife was forever not happy with where we lived, so I learnt to move a lot. Yeah, so that little trick came in handy for going around doors with pieces of equipment, pieces of furniture, not equipment. That's with like holding a piece of equipment. Right. 98, 92. Oh, we can just do it onto the ladder. Unless, of course, it's fibbing to us. Yeah, some of them have options. Like JHHG is one of my favourite manufacturers of... No, yeah, not manufacturer. That's the wrong word, isn't it, really? My favourite modder. Him and Sid modding. Both cracking modders, and I really do love their work. Sid's my favourite all-time... harvester, but JHHG's, he does some fantastic John Deere's, which they are my second favourite without a shadow of a doubt. Although BI Industries have made a very nice little Massey that I'm a little bit partial to as well. Oh, now that's set us on the path a bit. It has. Right. It has. That made it, and that's what I'm saying. A little bit of a leg up sometimes. It, you get a little tiny piece of luck, a little bit tiny like that, a bit of insight. Well, wow, why don't we just see if we can like go on and we might get another piece of equipment, because it is that fluid. And again, it's a rule. Now, again, I normally would go till 4 o'clock because it's reasonable, and also it's going to start to get dark in the winter. I mean, we're at August, so only the beginning, but in another couple of months, it's going to be pitch black, and I don't really want to be dragging you through this. It is a game. I have options. I don't necessarily need to do that. 116. Ooh, just missed that, the Agriflex. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's be honest, it's still good. So I'm quite happy with that. We'll leave it at that, and we're going to go through till September morning at 9 o'clock. Yeah, I put this in a few weeks back, but no, I won't say I preferred. I like the feel on another map, so I did that. So I didn't come on this. Ooh, this is probably one where we will get options that will cost you far more, that you cannot get out of. Yeah, the engine option. The game doesn't understand it, so you will lose it. Now, I can get rid of the wheel setup one, but yeah, I've never... Ooh, we have snow. So, ooh, my harvester. Now, that probably won't get through the door. So, Now, I think now we've gone over 100 grand, we're going to instill a a rule that we can't go below 30,000 unless we're buying for ourselves. Of course, that's a given in a way. Yeah. Ooh, got a bit of juddering going on for some reason. Well, that's about snow. It could be like the wave of snow over the map, really. Yeah, this is a bit... Oh, okay. I was going to say this is a bit early. Was that a game glitch? Did the game realise it had done something wrong and like thought, oh, why have I got snow in September? Let's get rid of that quickly. Maybe that could have been what the juddering was. It is true. I was a bit surprised in September. Not saying it can't happen, but it's a bit of a shocker, really. Right, so yeah, so these are now out of bounds. Can we? Is that... I don't think that's going to go through the door. And you couldn't drag it sideways. So again, boxing clever, we're going to say no. Because I think if we sold it normally, you're going to lose your 10%. So with that in mind... no, we could. If we'd got some land, we could. I know what I was thinking. But no, we can't put a sell point... another shot point down in the shop. It won't allow it. So we're just going to speed up a little bit, because we're just going to say no. I don't want to like deliberately shoot myself in the foot. So let's go to about 12, like that, about, and see what fluidity there is in the sales this fine morning. There is, but not the right kind of fluidity. Right, okay, well, it is what it is. It is. You win some, you lose some. I mean, you also used to get that time on 1 month where you didn't get any sales and they just all dried up. So again, it could be that, as in like it's sort of a reset for... Let's go to 5. And then that is getting a bit dark, so let's leave it be. So we have got some bits and bobs. I suppose, yeah, I suppose it is true. I mean, I'm trying to play with the rules a little. But we're still at the stage where £6,000 can make a difference, and where some days you're going to have nothing if you set that 30 grand limit. But we'll stick with it. We will. It's not the end of the world. So let's just... There's store deliveries working here. Oh, it is. Let's just reset that. Yeah, it's not been working. It started to work yesterday, so I'm presuming there was no update from the modder. But it suddenly started to work. So, and I haven't changed any mods, so I would imagine it's a Silent Giants update. Right, let's go through till the morning, and 9 o'clock indeed, and see what happens. Yeah, I may have been a bit quick with the below 30 grand touch. I'm trying to make this a bit more fluid to get some strong rules, but also you can make your rules too strong and then like it's a bit ridiculous. So and again, we have also got to swathing one. So yeah, also you've got to get your order right. Something I realized myself. We've not got... Now that is true, we could do something about that, but not immediately. But, oh no, we did say below 5 grand, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Tools below 5 grand, but just nothing like seeders and planters and stuff like that. We can afford Traction King 2. This would have been a nice one to actually have. Yeah, I swore that this was an articulated tractor, but actually it never was. I went back to FS25 because I was in my mind. I said, "I'm sure this was an articulated, and it's like been changed." No, it's not. It never was. It was always like this. Very good at steering, I might add, but no, not articulated. Yeah, it is beautiful. I'd love it if it got a front. Oh, that's a point. Has this got an option for a pin? Because if it has, no, it's not. I don't think. Anyway. Because I'd love to see this, the front 3-point, now that we've got the I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically a front 3-point link up by, I think it's the MLT modding team, I think, if I remember rightly. Yeah, this is a really good feature, but the real profit lies in the higher items. Yeah, anything 100 grand plus is where you really seriously make some serious dosh. But yeah, you got to start somewhere. Which is why I think I might have been a bit previous with, like, saying that's it. You know, like for anything, it's. I think it is and it isn't. Again, like that. I've done 28 because at 30,000, there's a bit. I've got to have a bit of flexibility. Is the way that I look at it. So we could afford both of those, I think, unless, of course, we've got. Yeah, depends on the tractor. Some of these tractors have got by hands. Have got options that you cannot switch off. Yeah, but that. Oh, it has. No. It's got like some 19,000. Now you usually make, but if I lose, I lose. Yeah, we've got to be like that. It's as devastating as it is. If I'm gonna take the plunge and do something, oh no, I'm literally parked right on the right on the marker. Not terribly good. Yeah, so if I lose on this, I lose, and that is legit because you've made the gamble, haven't you? I mean, it's not gambling per se, but you know what I mean. You've made the choice, and you will live and die by the consequences of your choice. Like if you can't get through the door. Yeah, I had a very beautiful, the Rubicon on Wernallow, and that was one I couldn't get it through. Its beacon stuck on the lip of the thing, so I had to keep it. Ooh, I do know normally you do. That's why I thought I'd take the gamble, but some of them you don't. Ooh, we can even do that. And that's when you sort of make a serious bit of cash. I'd like to keep this one time as well. Yeah, no options. Brilliant. Ooh, now will that go through the door? I'm thinking of the width of its. Why do I always realise that, like, after the fact? This is true. Might be able to be sneaky and go in with your rear end from the other side if this. But that won't work with some things. I'm not sure whether it may just go through. It does. Wow. Okay, that's interesting to know. But I think we probably could have, with this, reversed in. Did that make us any profit? 183, we're going to miss on that, aren't we? Yeah, what we're going to do, though, is... we will allow... Yeah, it's not too much of a stretch. What I was going to say was... We're going to grab a... And it is less than 5 grand. So it's a very, very reasonable old bit of kit that we're going to buy for this. And we are going to allow the buying of the 26. It's not... I don't think it's... Yeah, this is what the Unihid. But it is by MCR Modding Team. I've got my own front lifter, which I'm going to like work on a bit as well. Where are you hiding? There. It's less than 5 grand, as we said. So we're going to buy that outright. Everything else, find used. So we will buy that, even though it's slightly under what we said. Keep the horrible colour as well. Right, fantastic. So we still don't own a stitch of equipment, but our cash is going up somewhat, so it's not all bad. Well, actually, no, I'm telling porcupines. We actually own a dolly. Yeah, we do. This is our dolly. It's our cash. Do like this. It's a very nice bit of kit with 6 wheels as well. Yeah, I've never had one like this before in any other iteration of FS. It's fairly stable, which I'd think you'd expect with 6 wheels like that. I know, this is a biggie, this is. Wow, it is. It's going to be a bit of a beast to turn. Is it going to turn in time without whacking the side of the... I'm not sure it is. I think we're going to like wallop that. Need to like come a bit wider. We missed it a little bit. I didn't think we'd do it. I did, to be honest, I did think we were going to miss the boat on that one. Right, so it's 9 o'clock. Let's scoot on till about 12, I'd say. Being as we've seen that that does actually do something. Because it's so fluid that you can actually lose the things if you go too far. Or it appears to me... No, we have. I've seen it lose. Not saying it will always. But it definitely... definitely does. So that one is definitely... This is a heavy beast. It's a strange bit. Yeah, I would like to own it at least once. To sort of see, because... What I found is myself... Oh, no, we knew about the doors, yeah. Right, let's grab this and take this right the way through. You know, if you don't ever try, you know, you think you're not going to like something. Yeah, that's true. There's a lorry in question that's a bit weird looking by Pascal Courts. And I've, like, a lot of times, I almost took it out a few weeks back and I thought, oh... You know, I used it and I thought, ooh, this is really quite amazing. And I thought, yeah, well, that's what you get, you see, with not trying something. And then you try it and you think, it's a weird looking vehicle, but it's not too fast. And that was it. I thought, oh, it's a lorry and it only does 37 miles an hour. Yeah, but it's very manoeuvrable because its real job is to whiz in and out of airports. I hoped we might just break into that. As long as we've got no options. Ooh, no, it should. I think it'll fit through the doors. I think. I'm hoping. It should do. Can't imagine standard harvesters without being, you know, like unfolded would not get through here. I'm quite sure the map maker has allowed things like this to happen. Oh, careful. We don't want to be taking that out. Oh, broken the 200 grand, which means we can afford that as well. It is the agri-fat. This is really frequent in things that drop in the sales. Really frequent. The BI Industries one, not so frequently. I mean, I don't mind it. It would even be nice to own this at 200 grand. It is a real snippet, but obviously... At present, it's the thing of dreams and a long way away. I think I'd prefer to trade it all in for a bit of land. But we do need a bit of equipment too as well. So that's not a bad place to be, is it? Yeah, so we'll leave those. We're going to go through till 4 o'clock. Yeah, 4. No, we could do 5, I suppose. Oh, no, 6 is a bit pushing it, I think. That's a bit bad. It is. Ooh. Can we afford the other? Yeah, can we afford the tractor? Stick some lights on. Ooh, my lights are not working. Oh, that's because you're on a trigger. Oh, wow. What, my lights aren't working, actually. And my side panel's working. So now we've got... That's annoying. What's that about? Why are the lights... Oh, yeah, my side panel's on. And I've got indicate... Oh, okay. No, it's not working. I was saying this the other day, that sometimes your keys don't... Or your calling... It's why I often think... I often take 3 attempts to pick things up with the telehandler tools, and I think the game's just not listening to you at the second you do it, which is really quite annoying. So, we can't afford that. It's a thing of dreams still. It is. I think this might be one where you've got to have options, but we'll try. Oh, no. Got some options left, though. Oh, no, we haven't now. Yeah, I think a slightly sort of cheaper option is in order. My lights aren't working. Yeah, I mean, literally, it's not pulling my torch up. No hand tools, and unless I'm mistaken, you always get a torch. So that is a bit odd. Yeah. No, we've got lights, but I haven't got lights. Makes me wonder if the mod for like neck lights and that's just like malfunctioning a little. Fantastic. Now that, let's go through to the morning before you will shout at me for the darkness. It's a bit oppressive. Now it's beginning to take shape. Yeah, we have now got a little bit of a nest egg. But you've still got to be careful. You know, like what I mean is you can fritter it away on like, oh, now that is one of those deals I see it's often sort of talk about, that there are some deals that are just too good to be true, too good to be missed. That's one of them. Yeah, that what we're going to have for ourselves. But we're going to sell a few bits and bobs first, and then that's going to be our second piece of equipment, actually. Yeah, we've already got one, so. Now, I always find that you know when you're sort of beginning to do a little bit well, when you can afford like 2 or 3 things in like one go. It's nice to sort of, I think we can do the Salford as well. I was thinking the Rigitrack should just about be able to grab that. And that is pretty much us done. So when we've sold that little lot, we will buy the Black Sheep modded. Oh, it's a wide little tractor, isn't it? With all those wheels on. Beautiful steerer, though. I'm a bit partial to the AB. I'd like to chip it a little. Yeah, because that would be possible. But again, not too much. You know, I don't think that would not really believe it. You only usually get about an extra third. So it would be about 180 horsepower, which is still not bad at all. No, let's grab those 2 Slobies. There is no denying that you will succeed with this if you play by the rules that you will find out as you're actually, you know, going through the. Like I said, there are some options that you will lose money on, and there are some that you will gain money, even that looks like you won't. And it's finding those ones out, losing a bit of cash one time. That's what's going to make you the grandmaster at buying and selling. But you know, you will win some and you lose some, which is true to any buyer and seller, really. It's not infallible. And also you can have problems with, like in this way, you're in a shed where it's, yeah, where you know, so we broke 300 grand now. That is amazing. So that is for us. So we're not broke 300 because we're about to, yeah, smashing. Sorted. Excellent. Right. So 276. Let's zip through till about 12-ish and see what the day brings at 12. Obviously, I'm not doing this forever. This is literally just to start us on the path. And also, you've got to get through the winter, so it's not really that bad a thing, truthfully. You know what I mean? Is it less interesting than chopping a tree down? It's just part of the game, isn't it? It's you showing that your knowledge of the rules and applying those rules is a way to make cash. And we've sort of proved that in this few minutes for this first session. So, and we started working straight away, which is not, well, obviously before this, I frequently wouldn't have done. I frequently would have gone with a generator and gone through the winter and did a little bit of buying and selling, because obviously this has been like ramped up somewhat by Giants. So there was only a few items. You didn't have so much choice. Now you do. Fantastic. Let's take it through till about. Yeah, we don't want to go too mad though. I'd keep it at 4, so it's like light. Especially being as I haven't got any lights for some reason. Right. Did anything else drop? Yeah, the Centerboat. Is this the one I don't like? Yeah, it is. It's the one with weird options. So it's okay in this form. And I'm very grateful of it now because it's going to earn us a few quid. So it's not all going to be a bad thing. No, best to actually, no, we're going to need to do the Centerbogan. And then we're going to need to use that one to grab that because the Centerbogan's not got its 3 points. And it is a 2 point. So it's, yeah. Yeah, I don't like, you can see the number 1 on it. Hate it with a passion. I do. I'm so close to taking this out, but then I wouldn't have earned a few quid off it, would I? So it's not all bad. But it doesn't seem a very good reason to have a mod to sell it in the sales. No, it's not really. It's, yeah, here's something I will shift. The trouble is, there's a couple, and I didn't want to shift the wrong one either. I need to sort of download it into my download, see what it's called, and get the right one. Because I say there's another fence and a bogan one as well. Although I think that might be the Giants one, so that won't be in the mods folder. Thinking about it. Right, fantastic. So yeah, that's it. Let's go through till December. So we are getting through the winter. The months are racking up, that's what I mean. So obviously we're going to start in January, so we ought to also start to think about buying something with a fine used. Now that is true actually. Using the rules that I said, I wouldn't have to do this. So in a way, Ridiculous Dominic's Fantastic Plough is likewise something I can buy any time because his is... Yeah, I don't know whether that rules... I suppose no. There are cheap tools. It's not. It can sort of be a bit ridiculous because it's 4,200. It's just below the 5,000 mark. So yeah, I think 5,000 is reasonable. So we will buy that at any time. We will allow that. Right. So then, now this is going to be a fairly interesting day. I'm trying to think. That one, that is a nice sized trailer for that. It is. We may keep that, I think. So let's do the biggie first. No, we don't want that at all. I'm hoping that its harvester head thing can be brought down a little. It should be just be able to go through, I think, when it's lowered a little. Yeah, you can sort of do that. Although it doesn't like it very much. I think it should just about get under there. And that is the gamble, isn't it, really? If it fails, you're going to have to like sell it at a basic price. Which I think I don't know whether you'd lose a little or whether you'd just sort of stay where you were. So, got quite a couple of balers. Now we're soon going to be facing the snow, yeah, which is almost a given. Unless, of course, it did crash earlier and it's like crashed and burned. The realistic weather mod is a bit like the opposite way now, I find, of a bit unrealistic. Right, so let's grab the balers. So this is by the arm team as well, the Hestons. Yeah. Yes, I don't know that the Hestons mean a lot at the minute, you know, due to the fact that there's so many, well, there's BB mods and G866 mods, both vying for their supremacy in the baler market, and they've both got cracking bits of kit. I did used to say I prefer G866, now I think I'm equally happy with both, because they've both got pluses and minuses. So let's grab this. One time we might get this as well. It's just, yeah. It's not a bad price, is it, that really? But it is for us at present. Yeah, it is. We can only really afford those deals of a lifetime, like we got with the Black Sheep mod in Stoner. That was an amazing, you know, like once in a lifetime type price that you just can't afford to, you know, like miss. Ooh, now that is a point. That is a point. We might be able to reverse in the other one if this hits the... Ooh, lucky. Or the modder very skillfully made the size of the doors about right. Could be either or a bit of both. So I think... So that we're going to... Oh, no. Oh, it's another one. BB Mods 1. 3 betas. I thought there were 3, and then I could only see 2. But there definitely were 3. Yeah, so we'll buy the trader for ourselves as well. That is a very good price. We'll buy it without the extension to begin with. We can always add that later. Buy the kit off the manufacturer. Yeah, if we can get through to March, that'd be fantastic. We'll see what sort of kind of money, and hopefully make a decision on buying a field or something like that for the farm. Also see if like the actual farm is a now that's one thing I do love about FS25 is the fact that modders have come around to my way of thinking. I don't mean that they have, but what I mean is they have. You know, they might not know it, but they have. So we don't want the extension. No, we just want to be very, very reasonable, because that is fantastic. Yeah, and that is that the farmyards don't get destroyed. I could never understand, coming from a start from scratch start, never ever understand why it was thought as a good idea to destroy. Like, why would I start from scratch and not, you know, like, why? I mean, it is the ultimate in starts. It's difficult. It is. And I've tried to fine-tune it so it's even more difficult. But also not to the point of excruciation, because you can also, I mean, I've seen some, yeah, I think the very most extreme I ever saw was by Frithgar on a logging mat, and that was, he really did go the extra mile. He truthfully did. It was quite phenomenal what he actually achieved. Yeah, no, it's all right. It's definitely, if we can get rid of the additional options, which we can. And, oh, Flex Draper 2. Cotton tag trailer is a little bit... I'm not sure if we can grab it. I don't mind if you drag in as well. But we haven't got a rear hitch, so we'll say no. Yeah. And we won't have the transport works because it costs us $3,000 and we lose our profit. It's a shame in a way, because it obviously the realism is nicer, but we're all about profit at the minute. We can't be... Yeah, we can't sort of be like... Yeah, I was saying this, the modern and thing all my life, that is a monster. Yeah, the modern thing of like business, it's just business, it's business as business. Or like, it's sort of like, well, I can do what I like if I say those words. It's bad. Bad is bad and good is good, and that is a bad saying. Yeah. It is. There's no excuse. It's like saying, I'm going to be immoral. You may as well say that, because you're basically saying no holds barred, and I'm allowed to do what I like if I say those words. Well, you're not really. It's not a thing. It's morally wrong. It's as simple as that. Right, so then. Yeah, I don't swallow it personally. Of course, a businessman's going to say he's right. Of course he is. He's a legal Robin Hood. Yeah, the businessmen of our time are the Robin Hoods of this age. And they've got the law behind them, so that's all right. Yeah, there's many a person who's sitting in a big mansion, who's robbed blind, and even sometimes in a foreign country, and there's people paupered by bad people. Bad's bad. Yeah, it's just because you say the words, it's just business. It's not. It's wrong. Really is. Wrong's wrong and right's right. Don't muddy the lines, or try to at least. You got to stand up and be counted up. That's what I say. That's why I'll never probably be a big channel, because I'd speak my mind a little bit too readily, and I'm not going to like sit by and pretend. Oh, is this one of those? Let's do the X Collect and that Colossus Biomass. That's very reasonable, isn't it, for the stationary baler? I mean, that's crazy good. Don't get me wrong, it's not something I've ever particularly wanted to actually have. We'll buy that by, so it's a poplar. Which we can actually do both. Will you stop with the bin, please? Is there a button I can switch it off? It must be, is it the door that you come through? Right, so we want to grab the poplar header, grab the stationary baler, and sell the pair. Yeah, we are sort of buying equipment as it comes along that, yeah, we've got a trailer, stone picker. We've still got to get a tractor, though. Yeah, we're not seeing any. It is amazing in the game how you can sort of like go for months and months and months and see no tractors. Mind you, there are a few modded ones that we could do the find used. There's this beautiful Hispano one that I really do like. The brakes are a bit spongy, but, beggars can't be choosers. It's a good starting tractor. Oh, okay. We appear to have, not got that. Could be the straps, or it might have been in the wrong place. It is true. I think we'll order that now. So let's see. Is this... I think this is another hands one. And it's the crawler tracks are allowed. Yeah, I think... Well, if I lose, I lose. Let's just see if we can... Oh, I think we can actually... Oh, I don't think I'd ever realise that. Yeah, I think I'd always thought that was... See, now that's 30 odd grand in one hit-ish. That's good. It is. Well worth going through till the end of the day to get that super deal. And then we'll see if we can grab the Hispano. Well, start the find used ball rolling. That's what I'm... ooh, 400 grand. Excellent. So, yeah, now. Small tractors. Beautiful little UWB. Fantastic thing it is. It is. We're going to go for the... it's the dearer one, I think. The 250 one. I mean, it's good already. It's slightly dearer, but it's still brilliant. So let's do the find used and continuous. Fantastic. And we will go through till tomorrow morning. Again, it's totally random. This is another thing. It's sort of, you can find it in the first hour, or you can find it in 3 months, which is why I'm starting the ball rolling right now. So that hopefully we've got a tractor. And of course we could get another tractor, drop in the sales that's good, and it's that could be cheap enough that we could afford. But that one is a really good sort of price, and very good as well. Yeah, I'm not just talking about just the price. See, now that has earned us quite a lot of cash. Ooh, we spoke about the swather, didn't we? Now the Rumbler's the opposite. The Rumbler's the one that you mostly lose because of the options. Now that you're going to make just Yeah, that 2 grand one. There's a 2 grand and a 1 grand. The 4 grand and onwards, you lose. So we just sort of show this. You'll make a little tiny bit of cash with that. But it is a little tiny bit of cash. 35,526. Yeah, that is not bad. Not bad at all. Usually it can be a real pittance. It's sometimes not. Now, I am actually intrigued in... now, that's good. 12,000 for a 9-meter header. That would even work on ours. Okay, it's fixed. It's, I prefer the foldies, but then you pay a lot more for them. I am interested in that. I am very much interested in that. I've said a couple of sessions ago that I wouldn't mind having a go. I've not done any of the swathing at all in FS25. I've never got one of these, and we've got 2 of these straight away, and both at a very good price. Admittedly, it's going to sort of skint us a bit, but to be honest, I think it's a skinting worth doing, so I reckon we'll do it. Yeah, because I really would like to have a go. I think that header's also an unbelievably good thing. I would like this. It's a nicer truck, but yeah, we're going to have to... Is that a... Oh, now that one, that is brilliant. It is. We're going to have that too. So it's beginning to take shape. I mean, that is unbelievably cracking price. And also manure as well. Oh, wow. It's getting a bit thick out here. Did we get the crane? And because we didn't charge us any extra for it. Because I know sometimes it's made this unbelievable in the sales where you like think, no, I can't afford it. It's an extra 40 grand. Definitely made profit though. So yeah, I don't think we did anything wrong. Would be nice to have. I mean, I suppose in some ways I'm talking about this, but this is technically a tractor if you put the 3 points on at the back. Even though the wheels are not really very tractor-like, it is sort of a tractor. But again, I'm going to trust to... We've got a couple of months to hopefully find that tractor. Right, so then. Yeah. Then we're going to buy the swather and the swath header. We ought to order. Mind you, it's a long time off harvest. There's the our own harvester, which is very, very reasonable. So 4 grand for that. Not bad really when all things considered. So this is going to skint us severely. Because we're buying the 2. Oh no, we're not buying the header as well, aren't we? We seem to be heavily into case. We do. It's true. So down to 364,326, but that lineup is getting a little bit more like, we still need a tractor, but admittedly it is getting a bit more like a set of equipment for a farm. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. And it's different as well. We've got different options that were, they came due to the fact that the choices that we made and the equipment that was, equipment that was available. Brilliant. Well, we've only searched for one thing, so we will indeed. We do want we'll keep it at 90 for now. Yeah, it's just good enough that we can actually buy the tractor as it is. I'm intrigued in the man. That also is a very, very good. This has a hitch option second to none. I think we will. This is technically another tractor. I mean, yeah, I'm going to say there is one that you can literally do. Bull bar. I think that's just. Yeah, that's. I thought so. Which, I mean, makes it a tractor of sorts. Yeah, I think we. Oh, do we leave it for now? I think so. Yeah, we've got the rear hitch. It comes with that. So, I mean, that is for 56,779 for a 400 horsepower tractor in inverted commas. Can we get... Yeah, the only thing that always gets me about these is that you can't stick any, like, meaty tyres on that would make it into, like, a tractor. You know, like the real tractory type tyres. I mean, some of these road tyres are a bit meaty. Oh, no, they're the opposite. I mean, they're fairly... They are the Trelleborgs, aren't they? I think the bestest were the Vredesteins. Yeah, I mean, they are meaty. I mean, there's not much between the standard and the standard thick. Yeah, the wide tyres, the other ones, those ones, they're very little in that and the standards. Yeah, in fact, I just watched them change. I think they are nice. I think we're going to go for those. I think they would actually grip on a field quite a lot. They are really nice and wide naturally. So we have a bit of a tractor and a tractor. So we've got two tractors technically. Oh, wow, that was like stalling. So 287. Let's scoot on till later on in the day. We can, as I said, we can buy the Ridiculous Dominic now anytime. I knew I'd got to tune the rules. Let's go till... In fact, let's go till 4. Yeah, I knew I'd got to tune. I'm trying to find the best possible application for the rules so that it's not too odious, but also it's, you know, like a bit challenging too, but also not too boring to watch where I'm buying every last little tiny weeny thing. Ooh, the multiplanter. It's a bit special and it's 56% off. We're going to allow the Volvo so that we can get the Maestro. What I mean is it's still going to only take one, you know, like pull. So it's not really any difference to actually buying the one thing, even though it sort of technically breaks the rules because it's a little less. But you've got to take it anyway. So I'll allow that kind of slight... not breach of the rules, but it is sort of, we're stepping outside. I think it's what I would call the spirit of the law rather than the... Ooh. Yeah, there's the letter of the law and there's the spirit of the law, and within that you're being reasonable. And it's not also... The reason I'm trying to make the rules is so that it's easier on yourselves, that it's not too terrible. And it's not going to take any longer. Well, that's not going to take any longer. So that's my real reason for making the rules in the first place. I'm surprised that's not actually tipping backwards a bit. It's a fairly hefty thing, that is. Yeah, I've had other tractors that are a bit more unsteady than that. It's quite fantastic. So January, and we are getting quite a bit of a kit now, including a tractor and technically a second tractor, really, you could say. And that, yeah, that is seriously gonna... I just think it's a bit appropriate that we go for case, because we seem to be having a bit of a strong sort of big, we need a 360 horsepower. We do technically have, although it hasn't got a 2-point hitch, so it couldn't do that. So now we've gone down a little bit to seriously low cash. So it is a bit of a, yeah, but you can't go into farming without like things like seeders and planters and harvesters and stuff like that. And you can't buy it all at once. But again, it was a deal that was too good to be true, too good to be missed, I think. So sometimes we might lose a big item due to that or something like that. But or we might lose a big tractor that we would have liked otherwise. But this is what I said this myself. It's, oh my life, it's 673. Oh, but we need fields. I know. It's so tempting. It is. My gut's like, it's a tractor of dreams. That is, isn't it? Really, it is. I'm weeping inwardly. I am. That hurt a lot. It did. That was a, yeah. This is the enhanced one, isn't it? As well. You know, you really can't get this in real life. They've, ooh, a bit of slippy woony, whatever that means. Slipperoony was what I meant, actually. Yeah, that is a word I use a lot, but slipperoony, I don't know what that's about. It did make us cash profit, didn't it? I'm sure it did. Ooh, I'd love to have that, but hey ho. Ooh, the Nexat. Oh, is it the Nexat? Is it one of the Nexat modules, or am I? I'd like to have a telehandler, but we can always go for the Red Rock anyway. So yeah, let's grab. It is the Nexat pack. I thought it was. Now this is not too heavy. Yeah, we will allow that because, again, for the same reasons of grabbing it on the back. Yeah, that one we can't afford. Actually, I think I'm telling Porky Pies because I'm not sure. Yeah, no, the fence, we've not got the hitch, have we? So, ooh, yeah, we're going to have to do that as an extra run. So apologies on that. That one is a bit of a breach of the rules, which I don't like doing, but it was an unwitting one. Yeah, I was thinking the Cenoboghan with the 3-point, but again, I wouldn't have put the option on, so it's one of those trying to be quick and being a bit too quick because you've actually made a bad... Oh, no, we could sort... Yeah, it's true, we could do that. It's actually a bit of ballast. Yeah, we're going to have to go straight on. Yeah, so we have breached the rule, but not what, like we just said, really, about the spirit of the rules. Really, this is not really breaching that spirit because we are still only doing one run. So it's an extra, you could say. It's just... Yeah, that has got it. It's more dragging than... Ooh, but you have got a sort of... Ooh. Wow. Yeah, you've got no traction though, have you? None at all. Now, I have done this before, but yeah, I'm not sure I've ever done it with the snow on the ground. Yeah, we've got very, very reduced traction, isn't it, really, when you think about it? We may have to wait until the snow has gone on this one, I think. So let's do the Cenoboghan. Yeah, there's just no... It doesn't lose value. It's just that obviously if we get something, most of our money's tied up to that, and that's one of those consequences that you're going to get where you could miss out on a good deal because you've made a mistake like that. It is true. It's a lot of cash tied up in that, but hey ho, it is what it is. I do love slip sliding. That's my Need for Speed days, that is, coming out. No, actually, I've always been a bit partial. Ever since I was 18 and I broke a skid like about 3 times, it sort of, I didn't panic, and it sort of, yeah, got a bit of a taste for it. Not being dangerous, exactly. Oh, yeah, there's a compactor in there as well. We're lucky we've still got the cash for it. Alright, so then... So, we're nearly there. Nearly got to the end. Yeah, so like at March. And it would be nice just to see where are we going to go. Where is a field right behind us. That would be a dream scenario, but I think it's going to be a bit expensive. We shall have a look. I do love going next to the store. It is one of my favourite things, but yeah, we shall see prices. And also if there's a better option, because sometimes it can be like locked, like landlocked, or and there's nothing else around it, or yeah, it depends if it's in the middle of a industrial area. I didn't pay proper attention earlier, so I'm not cheating and know what I'm going to do really. I didn't have a good enough look. Right, so yeah, and let's go through till about dinner, I would say. And see what is what. Now, I haven't had that. That's an old favourite, that is, to be honest, that I used to have frequently. It was £8 It was I think it is that very one. I'm sure it is. And obviously Giants pretty much bought it out at 40 odd grand, which in FS25 terms is pretty much probably the same in a way. So let's grab these 2. Should just be able to afford the 2, but it's going to be 2 runs anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I think we may have that instead of a telehandler for once. Although we could go Red Rock, I suppose. I do prefer that. I mean, the Red Rock makes... That would have been a valid option if it weren't for the fact that the Red Rock exists. So, you know, I think what we probably will do is do this and go find used. It's unbelievably good already, but that is the rules, so that's what we're going to do. Let's grab the coral in. It's a very nice name. And the class as well, of course. Yeah, it don't want to stop when you're in the snow. It's quite, your brakes are almost non-existent, but it does help in the moving of most big equipment. Not including the Nexat, but yeah, it sort of slip and slides something with wheels, but like the Nexat, not so much. Ooh, no, it should be all right. Let's grab that baler. Ooh. Wow. That's what I call sleepy sliding. Yeah, I was talking to a friend who's also a bit like me with the slippy. Yeah, sort of. I just think of it as skid training in the winter. A lot of people in Britain, when we do get bad weather, which is infrequent, but when they get the snow, they're like terrified. I actually quite look forward to it. I mean, I'm not silly with it. Yeah, it's dangerous behaviour. It's not, but I do enjoy sort of testing myself a little without going silly on speed or anything daft like that. Yeah. Fantastic. Now that's more like it. Yeah, we've got our money mainly back. So yeah, goodbye to the Volvo. Apologies. If there wasn't the Red Rock, I would seriously probably give that a go. I would. Right, so let's go through till 4 o'clock. We shall see what we shall see. Oh, will the snow clear by 4 o'clock? Because the wave is very slow. We don't really know until... so both of those. Ooh, this is a Hispano. 300,000 litre capacity that we're actually buying it with. That's quite amazing. It is, but we will resist the temptation to do that. It is a bit special though, really. That, yeah, no, the wave has not disappeared. It's a bit scuddy though, like something's happening in the background, so it does make me wonder. Yeah, there's a bit. I can feel the game's, the engine's struggling a little, or it's, yeah, I did think so. So that's why I said it beforehand, because you know, you think, oh, I knew that was doing something, but I didn't have the courage to sort of speak up. Well, I did. Yeah, that's true. You've got to. Obviously, there's only me can feel it. You know, you literally can. All right, so then what? Yeah, so we can now have a go at shifting the biggie, the Nexat. Yeah, it's very bad at so turning something this big, because it really lacks the horses. So that's a fairly meaty roundup. Obviously we're short of like things like the harvester, but we've got a long time to go, so yeah, we can buy the plough anytime. That's such a good price. Fantastic. That's not looking bad. Right, so then let's get our money back. Ooh, sort of. Now, where is the best? Let's grab this. We sort of need to grab it sort of sideways, really. Because we've sort of got a drag push, and we'll not get through the door unless we do something like that. So I have done this before. That's why I didn't shy away from buying it, because yeah, I have done this quite a few times. It does take effort, but what I mean is it does do it. It's, it is amazing, the mechanics, but that really would do that. It is quite phenomenal. Got to be careful. I'm going to catch the like that. Yeah, I think we're catching the back. On there, just amazing, that bit of concrete on the floor. Yeah. Let's see, can we? I need to push it out. Amazing how a little tiny lip like that can make all the difference. Oh, okay. Wow. From one extreme to the other. That was a bit of a nasty flip. Oh, some more snow coming as well. Oh, I think there's a lip. That's probably not. Yeah, we're going to need to go the other end, I think. Well, this is definitely making us work for it, isn't it? Ooh. Oh, I think we're also against the door as well. Yeah. We're pushing against that. Now that's more like it. Gonna have to try to lug it a little to sort of like partially lift it over that. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You've done it. Scraping a bit, I know, but as long as we've got a bit of movement, we might need to swap ends as well, because I think it's going to hit the... Ooh. No, it is. Yeah. The last hurdle. Yeah, and then we're going to go through till tomorrow morning where we are. Well, that is dependent. We're going to, yeah, we're going to like stop the session though. I will say that. That's it. That should be enough really. It's just getting that. Yeah, you should be able to push it now. In fact, actually, you may find you're in far enough. I don't think so, but it's worth a shot. Oh, we see? Sometimes. So 335,219. That's more like it. That's below our limit. So let's go through till March morning, where we shall see what is in the sales for the last time before we make a start. And then we're going to like buy a piece of land, I think, and then see what, you know, like where I look like the look of on the map. Let's have a look. Ooh. Oh, wow. Yeah, now that one's a lot easier to actually do. It is. I am tempted with the Tiger S. It's a good thing, but it would cripple us and we need some land. So, oh, we have snow that's just suddenly appeared. So this that was easy to... Oh, no. It looks like we're going, I think. Or was that coming? I'm sure I saw it going. Wow. Did not want to stop. Ooh, okay. Sort of push that a bit further away from us. Just seeing if we can actually turn a little. Doesn't seem to want to. It is a little, very, very slight turn. Let's try that. Ooh, it's now fighting me the other way. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, this is much easier. This is... Right. It doesn't appear to be to me. I think it's the added thing that you've got to go through the door that's adding a bit of an element to this that yeah, because I have moved this quite a few times. And it's got a lip on it as well, so that's not helping. Yeah, it definitely has. Let's see if we can get it past the lip. And then we'll see if we can push it straight on. Well, it's definitely, you can't say it's not without effort. It is definitely work in a manner of speaking. Right, so yeah, I think it is true. I think we're going to have to dig deep and say goodbye to the roper. I really do, which is a shame. But it is a nice thing for us to earn. We'll try the walkabout. I would imagine it should get through the door. It's going to be a real stretch for this, but we have a 200. Well, we'll see. It might be able to do it with the lorry. We may, it's true. I've had this on quite a few Let's Plays. It is a gorgeous bit of kit. It really is. But it is true. A lot of the sort of skill in this I find as well is recognising the neck when the farm can have a good deal and when it can't, because it would be too costly at your present juncture. Yeah, not like that it's a done thing forever, but all my life. I mean, it would be a nice thing to own if it had got bulk. So then let's grab our... Not sure if this has got the right hitch, but this has got a lot of hitches on the back. In fact, I think this has got a 3-point, if I remember rightly. It's got one of those ones without the sticky out bits that you have on a couple of fence. Yeah, those side bits, they are like 3-point things, and the top bit is up there. I think it's honestly capable of a 3-point. I think I'm right. But it should really manage this anyway, but it has definitely got a PTO too. Yeah. So this is making light work of it really, and this is not a light thing. It is a beast. So this is going to be a valuable asset. Now then, I think I'm right in saying this is going to go through here. I think I am. So, nearly 400 grand to play with on March morning, and that is everything. So we've still got quite a lot, and we've obviously got a couple of like requests outstanding for things that we want. We have got a tractor, a big tractor in the form of a lorry, and we've got the swather as well, which we could buy. Don't think that's the mower, is it? So we'd need to grab the mower sort of attachment for, I think I'm right in saying that. So let's have a look. Yeah, I think there is one in mowers. I think it's special headers. Now then, I think it's under mowers. I think this particular one, I think it is the actual header that's for it as well. I think I'm right in saying that. To mow the crops and thresh them later with the combine harvester. I'm not sure if that actually works for the actual... Ah, that's the one. It's had it added, hasn't it? Swather pack. Yeah. So that does do grass. So that one we're going to find used. Fantastic. So we are in March morning. There is no snow on the ground, which makes a nice change. We've got 392,000 in the bank. Where are we going to move to? Yeah, where is a good option for us? It's quite a bit of cash, and we've got to repair everything, of course. Oh, I think 45 is going to be a little bit out of our price range. Oh, you'd be wrong. Wow. It's got oats growing as well, so a traditional crop. I do like being right next to the shop. Not only that, but it's also... Oh no, what is this? Can we buy... That's not the right one, is it? It's a 252 that's got all the greenery. Thinking that could be the farmyard. The grass bit. Oh, it's. I think the cows would argue with you actually, but it's not. It's nice to know they're here though, so it's a proper pasture. Okay, well that's interesting to know. Now we know that. How much is it? I'm not buying it, thinking of it now. That's good. So where would be the one that you'd get this patch for? And probably goes with the start the shop, I'd imagine. Because we've seen that one. It's not that. But I suppose that's not a bad one, really. Let's visit that. I mean, it's got that big thing as you. Oh, that's true. Yeah, but can we actually? That's true. Which bit? I think this was all of this. It was, yeah. This corralled area with the. So there's a massive bit here that goes all the way up there. In fact, the entire area is cordoned off, as in so you know where you are. Well, it's an interesting plot of land. Could we take the fence off to get to us if we bought it? I mean, there's a lot of usable land there, but oh, it is a proper pasture. It's got the. You don't have to use it as a pasture. This one doesn't come with animals, whereas the other one does. Ah, so it is. It is. Looks like it's got animals in it too. That the pasture that I'm intrigued in. It looks like it's got sheep or something. Or no, this looks like cows as well. I think this is, yeah. Ooh, my TV's trying to turn it off. Of course, it always does. So, no, it is this bit, yeah. So, how would you buy it? Is sheep, I'm right. How would you buy this then? Is it like buying? Oh, is it? Do we talk to David? Oh. Can see David actually. Ooh, that's not a bad little number. I'm intrigued, David, unlike your sheepies.
Hey there, neighbor. If it is not nice to meet you, I don't know what is. I'm David. Call me Dave if you want to. Don't have to. Welcome to the neighborhood. Saw you moving in the other day. I'm new here too. I came here almost 2 years ago, so I'm still a newbie in the eyes of the townfolk, and probably will be for a long time. Especially since I don't have a farming background and came from the city. Did something completely different before. What brings you here, buddy? Look who's ambitious. I like it. I think we're gonna be on good terms, friend. Let's talk some more and get to know each other when you're settled in. I bet we can help each other out here and there. I'll definitely tell you about all the mistakes I made so far, hoping you don't hear about them from the others first, if it's not too late. But more importantly, so you don't make the same mistakes. Let your grandpa be disappointed in me instead of you. Also, you want to avoid tauntingly being stared at by our local lumberjack, Noah. I swear his sharp stare while shaking his head can fell a tree. So, feel free to come by and chat me up anytime, buddy. I'll take some time for you. If I don't, I'm busy. But that doesn't mean I don't...
Right, so it appears that this... it could be the animal dealers, really, couldn't it? Which is why you've not got an option to actually buy it, because I've got zone markers on, so yeah, it what's... Oh, this is our field, isn't it? Oh, is this the proper way in then? It does appear so. But we definitely don't own that. That's what I mean. It's got animals in it, but we definitely don't own that when we click on our field. It's definitely not ours. Yes, there's no green in that there. And we've tried pretty much everything around. It says everything. But these are a long way off, aren't they? So, it's interesting. I've got to be honest. I really do quite like what I'm seeing. You know, it's completely different from anything I've seen before, and I like that. There's not many maps. So that is tempting. Not right now, because it is a lot of cash. I think that might actually do something. That is a lot of cash, really, for that a bit of land. When you consider this as more, and we're getting like much, much more than that. So that's got to be a bit special, I'd have thought. This obviously would also, I suppose, all things considered, you could buy that as the farmyard. So 248. Now that's quite, let's visit that. Oh, it's a lot. You're buying the business, aren't you? About 41 then. Now that's not bad. Let's visit that one. That one is right across the road. So how would we get to our field, which is 46? We're looking at, is it 46? Yeah, it's not 45. Oh, it is 45 actually. It is we're facing that one. So how do we get to that? Is it a river in the middle? We could always build a bridge. Oh, no, it's just a road. We don't need to build a bridge. We're literally from one to the other. So this could be the farm. We could buy 41. Let's have a bit of a wander, because it's obviously got some interesting, like, bits here where we're... Now, this does look like a water. Ooh, so we could actually, for once, draw water from the pond on our land. It looks reasonable. A bit of filtration. So, and then there's this big thing, and there's 38 over there. Again, over another road. And 39. So actually, we've got a bit of building for the future, and the land prices are not too terrible. It's very flat. So do you know, I think this is what we're going to buy next. We bought that one. It's at Oatfield. Oh, no, we need to put our roots down there. So let's do that too. It's well worth 50 grand. We're going to stick a generator. Have we not bought? I thought we'd bought 45. No, we didn't. We just said about it. So right now that's seriously low. So yeah, we bought the 2. We do need to put a generator down, and I am going to do that. Yeah, and then I'm going to leave it at that point, because it has been a long session, a really, really long, good first session. So you just keep moving around. Yeah, one time that one's there, and the amount of times I've got the wrong one. Right, that we don't really want to waste. There's a flicker there. So we don't own any of it. It's another map then that you don't own any of the headlands. The amount of maps that are doing that recently. You know, you just own your field, literally. That's on the edge, so I think what we'll do... That's the trouble is, it's round corners. It's perfect. I think I'd sooner waste a bit here and just widen out a little. Yeah. Now this map maker, I've got to be honest, because credit where credit is due, I've been talking about fields that, yeah, just go for it. I think we're going to have to just do a bit of painting straight away. This field has got round corners. It is really good. That one, of course, to make the workers work well in FS25, you've got to pay attention. I'm going to do a bit of a help guide on this, because it's something that grass has dirt 01. Let's just, yeah. Round that off. So it is... There we go. Smashing. And then that's where the edges are. Yeah, if we just sort of do that for very briefly. Nearly all of the corners around, the workers are not going to struggle with this field at all. The other field, a little more so, but not a lot. This map maker's done what I've seen as the best fields I've seen so far for working with FS25. Yeah, each one of these corners is almost round, and those that aren't have got no trees near them. So this is what is the closest to perfection. if anything, this one edge here, which again has got that against it, so I'm not going to mark him down for that one. That is amazing. So we're just going to like steal a bit of the field. Could have put the generator on there, couldn't we, really? Yeah, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, let's put a bit of grass down. I hate doing this. I know we've not really got the cash, but sometimes you just got to do these things. Oh, we've not got the £10 grass. Ooh. So we got different types. And that looks more like that kind of grass, actually. More like the silver on grass. So I think we did it somewhere else, why didn't we? I think. Yeah, here. Just, it will grow in time and look a lot better than just bare green as it is. Right, so we've repaired the damage. I'm looking forward to having a go on this, because this seriously is, so grow 3 or 4, so it's a proper grass field as well. So we just need to have our grass mower arrive, and then we're in business. Until then, oh, this is the farmyard. It is, so we're going to be like stealing bits of it, definitely, especially this bit here that's facing, yeah, this section here that's facing that field. Definitely going to be stealing that, so we might only be having the rear end of this field as grass. We will cut it once, of course, at least. So yeah, we're going to be clever about this. So we've got 251,000 euros left, and we'll just recap on our beautiful equipment that we have got. Yeah, we've got this fantastic lorry stroke. We do need to repair it all. Yeah, we will get that done next session, but let's just take stock of the equipment we've got. I will put a 3-point on the front as well, although I'm not sure if I need that. We shall see. So we've got the beautiful planter, which we don't need at the minute because we've got a field of oats. We will need to fertilize and lime, and we have a fertilizer and lime. We have a corn header, which we need a standard header, and we need a harvester. We've got this one tractor with our big tractor, this, and we have a pickup header and a stone picker and a trailer, which we will enhance somewhat. So we do need a little bit more, but there's a lot of things that we've sort of been given a lift up, really. So, and we've got the Lima stroke fertilizer too. I haven't got precision farming on at the minute, but I am considering putting it back on. So yeah, so I'm going to leave it there. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.